Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. All right, man. I've already taken a pre-workout, so y'all forgive me if I be like scatterbrained and crazy and all that good shit. But it is what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I got a couple questions about the XL. And this is what I can tell you about the XL. And it's something that I said in the mentorship program, and I'll go a little bit in depth into this thing, is this. If you have an XL dog, the current inception of the XL, think of your XL much in the family, and the dog that you should get to know is the genetics of the Doge de Bordeaux, the Neapolitan Mastiff, the American Bulldog, because these are dogs that were added to the American Bully to create size. It's without a doubt, some will try to dispute it. You can look at the Bull Mastiff. There's a lot of things that people will try to dispute, but the one thing is you have to understand that these dogs are a part of the breed. And this is very important, not only from a structural standpoint, but also the integrity of their temperament. And this is why I've said this, and I've touched on this several times. The mixing of the Bordeaux's temperament is far different. And I always mispronounce some of these names. So please don't come on here just correcting me every 2 seconds. I'm not an English major. But look. The temperament of the Bordeaux, the temperament of the Bull Mastiff, the temperament of the Neo for sure. All of these dogs have a different temperament, and it's a different temperament than you would deal with as far as the pocket. And the pocket, we know, was mixed in with some of the other dogs, you know. So we have to start being realistic about this and understanding the temperament. And trust me, we could talk structure and all of that all day long, but the reason why I like to talk about the XL so much is because, I mean, the temperament so much in the XL is because these dogs that were mixed in are typically guard dogs. They're typically more people aggressive dogs in the sense that they are protection dogs. And far too many people are getting XLs with the mindset of the typical American Bully. Generally, the XLs will have more of a drive for protection work. They will have more of a drive for prey drive. Let's just say that. It's just because of what's in them. Now, also, you would want to pay attention to the health issues that come along with certain Mastiff type breeds that were mixed into this dog. This is something to be very, very, very alert of. A lot of XL dogs will develop arthritis later on in life, which comes along with the Mastiff breeds. A lot of the XL dogs do have different nutritional needs because of their sheer size, the issues that come along with the joints, the issues that come along with the hearts, and different things of that nature. You have to look at these things, the health issues that typically come along with Mastiff breeds, because in general, what we are seeing with the XLs now, and especially what people are calling the double XLs, those are Mastiffs. Those are truly not your typical American Bully. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that every single American Bully XL is a Mastiff. But what I'm saying is, in general, with the mixing of bloods throughout the years and people's desire to have bigger dogs, overall, you're going to have a lot of Mastiff blood in there. I could do hour-long video maybe, and we could talk about the differences and the dogs who are more like, let's say, a Nemesis or a Cairo, who come from more so, you know, not adding, let's say, as much Mastiff, because we know even the older pit bulls who were made for weight pull had some Mastiff in them. You know, look at the Whopper blood, but they were more so towards the let's say UKC style, that way. Whereas we are seeing more now these really big XL/double XL dogs are more towards the genetics and the lines of the Mastiffs. So this is where the real separation comes from. You have some that are closer towards the Pitbull Staffy family, and you have some that are closer towards the straight up Mastiff family. And because of their traits and their characteristics in these described breeds is so different, you should probably, if this is what you want to be into, you should probably study the breeds that are probably, let's just say, in your dog, you know, so you'll have a better understanding, and you'll be able to recognize. You'll recognize, even in temperament, you'll recognize that as your dog grows, if your dog is way less people aggressive, your dog is probably leaning more towards the pit bull terrier part that's in him. If your dog has a serious protection drive and stuff, it's leaning more towards the Mastiff. By understanding this, you'll know how to deal with it properly. And for the most part, is you're dealing with it on a straight line anyway, as far as disciplining your dog, making sure that your dog is properly socialized. But it also puts you in an alert mindset of understanding that, hey, I might not be able to do certain things with this dog. I might have to treat this dog a little differently. And the psychology of the protection dogs is a lot different than the psychology of a pit bull. And these are all things that you have to understand. The genetic makeup of the dogs is a lot different too. Some of the things that you'll be able to do with physically, the nutrition of the dogs, it's different. You know, if you look at the guides of Mastiffs, and the way you would feed and the way you would develop a Mastiff in a lot of ways is different than you would feed and develop a smaller dog, even though I think that they should be the same. And in general, what I think about as far as that goes is, with most Mastiff breeds, including the Rottweiler, which is one of my favorites, you generally want to keep it as light as possible while it's growing, because of the possibilities of damaging the hips, the joints, and other issues. But a lot of people don't want to employ that same mindset with the smaller dogs. I think it's a great idea to employ the same mindset with the smaller dogs, for one good reason, is that you want to protect and develop the joints of these dogs also. Like I say, I cannot make this video long enough to go into the genetics of, the genetic process of breeding and pulling out certain features. Whereas if we talk about, if you notice, some of the Mastiff breeds get a little more wrinkly at times. Same thing that you have, but for different reasons, similar but different reasons with the smaller dogs, and how to stay away from that, that's a longer process that, maybe you should join the program and we can go into it more. But in general, what I'll say, and I know this is a lot of around talking, study the Mastiff breeds if you are into your XLs. You will learn a lot about your dogs. You will recognize, it will open your eyes to a lot of things about your dogs, and probably some problems that you can fix with your dogs, even behavioral problems, even things that you see with nutrition and everything. You'll figure these out more so by not just following the quote unquote American Bully script, but looking more into the Mastiff script. Maybe we'll talk about that on Friday, man. I'll take some questions on that on Friday, and we'll go a little more in detail into it. And I think we should go more in detail into it, because it's also going to be a part where y'all going to see these videos on here where we start to talk about ripping apart the breeds, and the importance of why we should, and the conflicting genetics that will benefit from being separated between the pocket, the standard, the classic, the XL, as we try to get them to being their own breed and make them a lot more consistent and recognizable worldwide. I look forward to talking to y'all real soon. Much love. Peace.